Todd, welcome back to SuperChat.
Good morning, Gary. How are you?
I'm just fine, sir. This is surely that time of the academic year when parents are feeling proud of their students. Much time has passed since they first entered the whole school scene a lot of years ago. And as a district, you have many events going on between now and graduation, including those related to senior recognition and awards. What can you tell our listeners about the calendar of key events that are coming up?
Yeah, it's a great time of year. At our elementary, middle, and high schools, we're recognizing our students for outstanding achievements, but it's also a great time to learn about our senior class. And we have two great senior classes at Colerain High School and Northwest High School. So I'd like to start with a little bit of just highlighting some of the things that this senior class from Colerain High School has done, and then Northwest. So starting with Colerain High School, there are $4.5 million in scholarship offers to this senior class at Colerain High School. They come in terms of academic and athletic scholarships. We are proud to announce that 19 students are graduating summa cum laude, 21 students are graduating magna cum laude, and 109 students are graduating cum laude. That's an outstanding achievement. 36 of our senior students are members of National Honor Society. 5 students are leaving high school with an associate degree in place. I hope folks understand that they have their associate degree from college in place when they're leaving high school. On top of that, 3 students have earned the distinction of Eagle Scout, showing the wide diversity of students we have and their interest in what they're doing. And the Eagle Scout is a very tough thing to get, so we're very proud of them. We have 7 students from Colerain High School who will enlist in the armed forces. Our highest ACT score was a 35, and we had 1 National Merit Commended Scholar. So that's Colerain High School. And now, Gary, I'd like to talk to you about a little bit of what's going on at Northwest High School and their outstanding seniors. So their seniors have been awarded over $3 million in scholarships. 2 of the students alone, Jack Obermeyer was offered $232,000 in scholarships, and Jacob Ackerman received $344,000 worth of scholarship offers. Not all from the same school, but assorted schools. We had 7 of our 11 summas score above a 28 on the ACT. 3 of those 7 scoring a 30 or above. We also saw some of the highest ASVAB scores for those planning to enlist in the military, with 1 student earning a 99, which is an outstanding score. So as you can see from both schools, these seniors, they have worked very hard on their academics. It was fun going to the senior recognitions because it's a combination of the student, it's a combination of the parents who have put in a lot of time. And these kids have worked very hard to get to where they are. So we couldn't be more proud of our seniors. It'll all culminate on our graduation nights on May 20th and May 21st. We're excited.
You should be. You're putting out some quality students, some quality education. I just think this is wonderful testimony to what goes on. And I think it's important that our listeners hear some of the accomplishments that are taking place within their school district. Very good. Well, let me shift gears on you, Todd. As you know, the shift in public education today is to a diversity of course offerings, actually, all part of the college and career readiness emphasis that seems to prevail across the board. Nationwide, we are seeing this. But I want to drill it down and ask you about your Butler Tech Program partnership and the role it has played, a considerable role, actually, and what you might be able to report on the highlights of the 2018-19 school year involving Butler Tech.
Yeah, so our Butler Tech programs, when I mentioned the 5 students who are graduating with an associate's degree, that's through Butler Tech programs. So it is a great opportunity for students, and it is also a chance to start their college education and graduate and move into a college program with already having their freshman and sophomore year completed. The greatest part about this year for Butler Tech is we are in the middle of competition season. So we go through a regional competition, we go through our state competition, and we go to nationals. Well, recently we just had our national competition for BPA at Colerain and Northwest High School. Some amazing things occurred. We had 4 students, Anna Lemon, Trinity Robinson, Justin Hauser, and Caleb Amafa represent Ohio as state officers. We had 4 of the 6 state officers for Ohio. That's pretty amazing. when you consider all the schools that tried to get folks nominated. So for us to maintain 4 of those offices is amazing. We also had our small business management team. They won in the top 10 for the nation. We also had a top 10 nominee and winner in the nation for legal office. And this is the second year in a row for this young man. He's only a sophomore, Keith Love. And then we also had a BPA National Treasurer elected. So not only did we, what I consider, dominate the Ohio State officers, we now have a BPA National Treasurer, and he just did an outstanding job. For Colerain BPA, we had a student obtain a top 10 in the nation for legal office. So it's one thing to go to school, maintain your grades, form at a high level. Then the competition part is more than just about books and reading. It is about your presentation. It is about your interpersonal skills. It is about forming under pressure. It is a significant challenge that a young 16, 17, and 18-year-old are achieving and having success in doing. We are very proud of these students, and we are very excited for the opportunities that Butler Tech and our BPA classes at both high schools did.
What a super job. Great report on that. You know, on last month's show, we discussed the topic of millage and the overall possibility of Northwest local schools having a levy on the November 2019 ballot. What is the latest on this? What can you share with us?
Yeah, we've had several work sessions trying our best to gather community input. And so the board has come to a decision that they looked at 4 different millage amounts, a 6.5, a 7, a 7.5, and an 8. A 7 mil levy or a 6.5 will keep everything in place that we have. A 7.5 will allow us to incorporate other things that will advance student learning. What we are trying to get folks to see is the importance of this levy. So if you look at a 7.5 mil levy, the difference between that on a monthly basis and a 7 mil levy is $3 a month. And the difference between a 7.5 and a 6.5 mil levy is $5 a month. So we think that's important to get out. We think it's important for folks to understand what it will cost. But the thing that we're trying to emphasize and what we're trying to work through is it would be detrimental if this levy does not pass, because then the district would have to go to what is a basic education. The state only requires what's needed for a basic education for students to graduate from high school. That's 20 credits. Some of the things that we do that are above and beyond providing a basic education. 1 mile busing, which is a board policy. 2 mile busing, which is a state minimum that we're allowed to go into. We could change our cleaning levels. And, you know, right now, classrooms are cleaned daily. If we have to change the cleaning levels from a level 3 to a level 4, classrooms don't get cleaned every day. What we're trying to get folks to understand is this is where we are because of the cuts that have been made by the state. It would affect our traffic control officers at our school. It would affect our school resource officers at every school that we feel are very important. We go above and beyond for what we provide for gifted services, which are not required. We have counselors and deans that will be in our elementary schools next year, and they are above a basic requirement. It would also affect our high school courses. Right now, we have electives. We have several things we can offer our students. If you go to the basics, it's 4 years of English, 4 years of math, 3 of science, 3 of social studies, health and physical education, and then what other electives we have, which basically right now are Butler Tech electives. So we can look at extracurriculars and what that does to our music program and what that does to our athletics. But it's getting folks to understand the importance of passing this levy and why the amount is where it is. You can't continue to lose money on a yearly basis and continue to make reductions. And people will say, well, what reductions have you made? We reduced close to $5 million over the last 2 to 3 years, and we continue to make reductions because that's what we have to do. We don't control our funding from the state. And as long as they don't have a funding formula that is fair and consistent for all school districts, they will tell you that it is up to the taxpayers and the school districts to collect the additional funds they need. So we work very hard with this, but it's just another chance for us to talk about what we need. The board is looking at a 7.5 mil levy. They are looking at a possible resolution June 10th to move forward with that. And again, at any time, folks can show up to board meetings. Our next one is May 23rd and give any input they would like to on this amount.
Is the best platform or opportunity for listeners, for stakeholders of your district to ask questions or to hear more about this, to attend the public board meeting?
Yes, to attend a public board meeting is the best way. Our attendance has not been what we want, so we are also sending things out on social media looking for posts. But the best way is if people have direct questions is to email me, tbowling@nwlsd.org. We're on the front page of our website, or call me at 923-1000, and we will answer any question they have.
There's your invitation, people. If you have questions, there is a direct line. To remind our listeners once again, the particulars regarding high school graduation ceremonies, give me the dates, times, and places.
Yes, so both ceremonies are at BBT, which is Northern Kentucky University. We are excited on May 20th and 21st to have Northwest and Colerain high school graduations. The kids have worked hard. This is their moment to shine, and we can't wait to see them walk across the stage.
It's a fun time. And as superintendent, this has to be the one fun part of your job.
Oh, this is the greatest part. You shake the hands of the young men and women who walk across the stage. They're gleaming, they're excited, and all their hard work is paid off. And now they have an opportunity to go out and make a difference. So it's a good time.
So, Todd, things are in the home stretch now, and the 2018-19 school year will soon be a part of the history books. This has been a good conversation today, and I want to thank you for joining me once again here on Super Chat.
Thanks, Gary. We appreciate all you do.